Former student who reported rape says college betrayed her. Charleston, West Virginia. APU the warn, but for Alicia Gonzalez, sometimes it didn't matter where he was. She would often hide every. The Associated Press does not typically identify sexual assault victims, but Gonzalez has chosen to be identified. Marshall has expelled 22-year-old Joseph Chase Hardin amid new rape accusations involving 2 additional women and renewed scrutiny of the West Virginia school's handling of Gonzalez's February 2016 case. The expulsion capped. A spokeswoman for the college said it followed state law and federal regulations in its handling of Gonzalez's case, adding that it took. In announcing Hardin's expulsion, University President Jerome A. Gilbert released a statement saying, Hardin was indicted and jailed last week on second-degree sexual assault charges related to a judge ordered Hardin to remain jailed Wednesday at a court hearing for violating probation from the earlier case. He was led into his lawyer, Carrie A. Nessel, said his client maintains his innocence. Gonzalez described a pattern of harassment by Hardin and his friends after the alleged rape. She said they mocked Gonzalez said the attack occurred in the middle of a school day in a dormitory room on campus. When she first reached Marshall, then assembled a student conduct panel, before which she was aggressively cross-examined by Hardin's private attorneys, the suit says. She had no lawyer. College administrators then reviewed the hearing process and suspended Hardin from campus grounds until his criminal case was resolved. He unsuccessfully, in a Kennedy plea, which is similar to what's called an Alford plea in other states, a defendant maintains his or her innocence but acknowledges there's evidence that might lead a judge or jury to reach a guilty verdict. Court paperwork. The whole process took about a year. The newer charges of sexual assault against Hardin involve alleged rapes of 2 women last year in the county where Marshall University is located, according to an indictment. Marshall spokeswoman Gonzalez, 22, now attends a college in Pennsylvania, where she studies psychology. She said she hoped that
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.